Hello. I'm live slightly early today. I having a weird day. I don't really know what I want to do. So I figured I'm doing a little bit of like bumbling around. And because of that, I wanted to start early because I was sitting here anyway. So the last couple times I've had everything like planned out. I've had everything pulled up. I've had my stencils pulled out. And I do not have that today. So, oh no, my internet's offline now. I don't have it today. So I kind of feel like I'm going to be a little bit of a bumbling idiot today, compared to past lives. So I figured I'm sitting here anyway. I might as well just pull up and get going. Yeah. So my goal today is to do at a very minimum next week in my bullet journal and next week, or the next 2 weeks really, in my reading planner. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like that'll be going into August. So maybe we'll also do like the August layout in my reading planner, which actually would be a good idea, I think. So maybe we could do the next 2 weeks in my reading planner, the August layout, and 1 week in my bullet journal. So we're going to start with my bullet journal. And then like, if I have time, I could always come back and do a third week or a second week in my bullet journal. I don't really have an idea what I want to do for my layout. I feel like I'm kind of bumbling around right now. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. It's been a long week and it's only Tuesday. I've just got a lot of like random things on my mind. So I feel like I don't really know where I'm going with things. I kind of think I want to just I don't think I've done a splash layout in here this year. I try not to like do a lot of repeats of patterns and stuff in here. I mean, there's stencils that I definitely use frequently, but I try to use them in different ways. And so, just let me give a little flip through and make sure I haven't used this, because the splash pattern would be kind of fun. And then I could do, yeah, you know what? I haven't used this one. Cool. We'll do that. We'll do this fun little splash pattern for next week. And then, I can kind of go through and like, you know, if there is an extra space or whatever, there's extra time at the end, I can do the second week of my bullet journal too. So, I'm just pulling out this splash pattern, which is what we're going to be working with today. Excuse me, I just had dinner and my stomach is like not a happy camper. Ooh. Okay. Hi, if you guys are here, feel free to say hey, ask any questions you have, all that good stuff. Or if there's like specific stuff you want to see, feel free to ask about it. I am using these stencils, these are 2 of my large eye-on-tie stencils. So you get one with like an order. So if you're going to use it the way I'm using it, you would need 2 of them. And I find these super handy because it just makes it easier. I'll washi on this one. It just makes it easier, I think, to block out. Before I made these, I was using Post-it notes or just like pieces of paper, and you can definitely totally do that. I just like these because they're reusable and I don't have to keep like cutting them right size and all that kind of stuff. But obviously like that's totally something you can do too. So I use these to kind of create like a nice big box that I'm going to be planning in and using as like my area for, planning, right? second. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencil. I feel like if you're here, you've probably seen me do this 100 times, so I'm trying not to make it too basic, but I'm feeling super uninspired. Not to work in my bullet journal, because I do love working in my bullet journal. I just feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like I don't know where to go some weeks. I always feel like pressure to, like have a theme. And I think that's what I'm struggling with right now, is that I don't feel like I've had a theme for the last few months. Like, really starting in like April when I was in Florida, but it was also Easter and it was my birthday. Like there was a running theme. And then May I did flowers. And I think June, where I kind of messed up is I did June like beachy themed, which I had no beachy plans. I don't know, I just feel like summer, I always want to do beachy stuff. And maybe that's what I should just do all summer, is just kind of let myself have that theme. But then I feel like I get to July and I'm like, other than like a 4th of July layout, I don't know what to do. I think my biggest problem is like I'm telling myself I have to have a monthly theme, which like, you don't. People do, and they do really cute ones. But I always feel like, I don't know, I feel a little stuck in that theme sometimes. And I think that's what I'm feeling like with my bullet journal, is that I'm feeling stuck by these cages that like I'm creating. Because I can do whatever. Like if I wanted to do, I mean, next week I could really do like a Christmas in July week, and who cares, right? But I feel like I care. I don't know. Let me look at the dates. Did I screw that up if I want to do Christmas in July? Oh yeah, it should be this week if it's gonna be Christmas in July. Oh well. We're just gonna run with this. But yeah, I feel kind of like stuck in the, like feeling like I need a theme and feeling like I need this and feeling like I need that, which like I totally don't. And I don't know why I put that pressure on myself to do that. And that might be something I need to work on in my planning. Like, not necessarily goals, but like that's what I need to work on in my planning in the last half of the year, is like letting myself be more playful. And you know, the one year, and it worked out because I was going to Toronto, so like I had kind of a little bit of a theme. I used one stencil for every layout in a month, like a specific stencil, and I used it in all my layouts, and I think that made me be a little more creative. That might be a good idea to do for August. Or like last year in the summer, like there was a couple months where I was going to the Eras Tour, so like every month that I was going to the Eras Tour, it was like a Taylor Swift month. Like, I don't know, I just feel like in a rut as far as like picking themes and sticking to them. Like I'm not in a rut of making the layouts. Like, I don't know, I need to do a little introspection with that, with like new planner season and back to school and all that coming up. Like I feel like that's a good time to kind of reevaluate your planner game. And that might be what I need to do a little bit of, is like figuring out what's not working for me any longer and where I can change it up a little bit and get myself back on track as far as like things that I want to do. So yeah, these are just like random musings that I'm having right now as I'm doing this layout and like feeling like, why do I feel like I don't know what to do? But yeah, it's good to have that thought, I think. I really love this splash pattern because it's something super quick. And like, as you can see, it's using one color ink, which obviously you could completely use multiple color inks. But it's using one color ink and it's one stencil. Well, two if you count the anti-stencils, but I don't really count that as a stencil that I'm using for the layout. I just count it as a tool that I'm using more than you know, because like I said, you could use a paper or Post-it notes or whatever. This just makes it more convenient and more replicatable, copyable. I don't know the right term for what I'm saying. But I think it's just makes it easier for myself when I'm like, especially when I'm like, take my planner somewhere and I'm working on my planner. Easy to copy and to like have that same vibe. And just easier on me too, like, excuse me. Man, my tummy really did not like dinner. Yeah, so like I said, I really like stencils like these that like, it's easy to make a layout super quickly. If you're feeling a little uninspired, if you're feeling like things aren't what you want it to be, you can do something really quick and really easy and have it line up a little better. I have to figure out where this one, I think somewhere around here, yeah. The other thing I like for days like this, and I really need to do more like generic, are the layout stencils. I really also like those for times like these where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I could do more of the generic ones for that, and I have a lot of themed ones for those, or like fandom ones, but I do not have a lot of just like everyday, or like a I'm stuck in a rut, I don't know what to do type layout. So I really need to, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. But yeah, I really need to like think about doing more of those. So kind of on that same vein, if you were in the group yesterday, you might have seen that you'll be in the PVC Christmas sale coming up. And I thought I had 2 weeks for it, and I think it's next weekend. And now I'm panicking a little bit. Not this coming weekend, but like the weekend after that. I don't have my shit together. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be a little bit of a last minute scramble here, which I don't really tend to like to do, but I think that's just going to be the way it is. So I don't have plans for it yet. I don't have ideas. I don't have specifically, I probably will not have Christmas new releases. If anything, maybe a new card kit or so, because I really enjoyed those. I just don't know if I'm in the headspace to design for Christmas, even though obviously I signed up for a Christmas in July sale. I should do it, but I just don't know if I'm going to have the headspace for it. So either way, the whole shop will be 30% off. It'll be a great time to pick up some gifts or start stocking yourself up for, you know, the new school year planning season, all that kind of stuff. All right, so I'm just going to draw the lines around there. I made a little bit of pink just to kind of give it a little bit of a visual insight. I really screwed that up, but yeah, so we'll be 30% off for that sale. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure what kind of new releases I'm going to have. I'm going to try to do a few things, but it's going to probably be, I do have all of my second round of like beachy stuff that I might actually just put out. And I know that's like, it's not Christmas. The point is Christmas in July, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to have the like spoons to like get it all done and do that. But we'll see. almost a little bit of an erase here. To really get this entire thing, it would take a lot, but yeah, so as you can see, barring anything like this, it's a pretty easy layout to do. It's really nice to have something in your back pocket that's just kind of a fast and easy layout like this. I'm just going to leave it be. I'm going to draw our lines and be done with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13. Yeah, 1 second. We just got a, I just bumped out of my live really quick. Ooh. Hey guys, I see some people popping in. Feel free to say hey. I am just working on a really quick bullet journal layout for next week. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just kind of, I feel kind of uninspired today. And so when I do that, my best bet for me is to just like throw it on a stencil. It's fun, especially if it's like one color, and just get it over with, basically. So I'm just gonna write the dates in here. So yeah, so as I said, it's a really fast, really easy layout to do. You can add the month in here. You can use a nice font stencil if you want. I'm just feeling simplicity and ease with this. So I'm literally just writing it. But if you don't like your handwriting, of course, you could use some stickers. You could use a font stencil, a stamp. But all of those take extra effort that I don't have today. I just feel like my spoons are like running very low right now. And it's only Tuesday, so I really need to just do the things that I can do and be happy with that. Because it's already looking like a long week. Okay, so really quick, easy, I don't want to say like carefree, but like this layout doesn't take long. Like we're under 10 minutes and I spent like 5 of them saying like, I don't know what I want to do. So there's that one. As I said, if I get through the rest of the stuff quickly, maybe I'll come back and do the last week of August. But we'll see. So I'm going to set that aside. and pull out my reading journal. So this is the Bookworm Life from PeanutButter Taco. I've been putting stickers and whatnot in here. Usually I'll washi these down and be able to move them. And this year I don't know, I felt called to like stick them down, stop being dumb. These are bookshelves. It looks like I have nothing on them, but I really ended up doing a Dutch door, and I've got all of my books that I've read so far this year. Well, I haven't updated it. What's the last one? 32 Days in May? Yeah, I have a couple books since then, so I need to still update that. But my internet is being wonky. Hi, Alyssa. The new AC is amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we have air now. But yeah, so I went through and updated most of this weekend. So these are just pictures from bookish events that we've gone to. I think I have another one Saturday. And then these are book clubs. I'm supposed to have one Thursday, but again, like if I'm still feeling kind of like trash, I just might have to skip that one. I've had tons of anticipated books this year, like so many pages. I have to kind of redo this page or 3 pages, but that's a work in progress at the moment. And then my goals, which I'm already done with half of them. This one's going to be a year-long one. This one I've kind of done, but I wanted to read a chapter book and not a kids book. I read a couple kids books in Italian, which I feel like that fulfills the goal. So like if that's all I do, I'll cross it off. But the spirit of it to read was read something longer. So we're going to keep that there and then edit my bookshelf. I need to clean it off. Okay, so this was July's. I'm trying to remember. I think I did do lemons for August, for June. Darn it. I really wanted to do lemons again. So July was like a 4th of July-y type one. We haven't decided our book club books. I do have my bookcation in August, and I'm really excited about that. So maybe we'll do like a beachy, lakey, really. Maybe sunshine, that would be kind of cute. I feel like I can't do palm trees because we're going to like Indiana. Which like doesn't really lend well to the palm trees. Could just do like water. Excuse me. Whew. I am, like I said, I am all kinds of tired today. Palm trees really isn't the vibe either. Maybe I will just do the suns. Let me pull out other things. I could do turtles, would be cute. Just the splashy one again would be cute too, actually. But yeah, the new AC is amazing. I am so happy. Very relieved. Although, funnily enough, like it's not even close to as hot as it has been, as it had been. Which, like, obviously, that's how it always works, I feel like. So I'm so happy for myself. It's weird because stuff's not, like, coming up. Okay, let's see. So these are some of the new stuff that's not released, which is probably going to end up being what's going to be released for the Christmas in July, even though I know, it's tropical stuff, not Christmas stuff, but I don't feel like there's anything that's, like, more lakey than beachy here, though. Maybe the turtles don't even give that, though. I could do shells, I guess. I think we're just gonna do suns. Let's be semi-boring. Okay. I need I'm gonna pull off of this real quick so I can look at an August calendar. So Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course it's a 6-week. It's always a 6-week. So I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of do some like sunshiny, and then I think I'm gonna kind of like accent this with, I have 2 different sets of bookcation stickers. One is obviously going to be like the theme of the week because they're from PeanutButter Taco, which I am going to bookcation with. She's one of the people that's like putting this on. It's our friends. Some of my friends decided they wanted to do like a weekend of reading. They rented an Airbnb and we're doing like a reading weekend. And so when they first did this, River and Ink had just put out a bookcation set of stickers. So I have those. But then I figured Monica would make them, but she also made some, which are so cute. I love those too. And now I'm like, but I do have very plentiful numbers of spots that I need to fill up. So now I can't find those bookcation stickers. These are the ones that are going in the, oh, I could do pineapple. I could do palm trees because hers has palm trees. I do love my palm tree one. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited for it. And especially because this year, like, I don't have a huge vacation planned. Like, I mean, I went to Florida, but like, this sounds terrible. But that was like with my family. So it's not like a big to-do. And it's really not something like we really plan or like, I mean, it was great, don't get me wrong. But it's just not like, oh my gosh, now I'm like worried. I don't know where I put these stickers. Oh, I do know, haha, found them. So I have these ones from River and Ink, which are super cute. But I bought them before I knew Monica was doing a, I should have figured she was doing stickers. I don't know why. I also bought these more for like, to have fun, junk journaling. Monica's, and they actually do kind of go pretty well together, so I'm not opposed to mixing and matching them either. Monica's are the suns would work, but I also do have pineapples, and I do have lemonades would be cute. I have let's do flamingos. Flamingos are fun. I love flamingos, and I do. That's one I haven't used in a long time either. Let me find my animals. Yeah, so there's like 3 of my friends that got together and decided they wanted to put this on. They rented an Airbnb in Indiana somewhere. I literally don't even know where in Indiana it is because I just paid my money and was like, cool, count me in. And we're just going like a Friday to Sunday kind of thing. Chill weekend of reading and hanging out with our friends, and I think they're doing like a couple activities and stuff, so it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it. And this year when I like really haven't had like a big getaway, again, knowing that I went to Florida, so it's not like I didn't have a vacation, but it's always different when you're with your family. It's a little more stressful, a little less whatever you want to do, and a little more whatever the screaming kids want to do. So I don't really count that. I mean, I count it obviously, like, again, I'm not naive. It's great that I'm able to do that, but it's not the same. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to do, even though it's short, even though it's, I wish it were going to be longer. It'll be a lot of fun, I think. I've been saving books like this has been my dilemma, like ever since they started talking about it. I've been like, well, what books am I going to read? And I've been like trying to save, like so many of my favorite authors have put books out, and I can't wait for those. I want to read those immediately. And it's just so hard because it's like, what do I do? And so I've been like trying to save books that I'm like, okay, I can wait on this, but it's a fun summer, like beachy vibe or like lakey vibe, I guess. I've got a bag. I need to start pulling out like some of my possibilities because like obviously I'm gonna audiobook some there. I'm gonna take my Kindle, but this just feels like the time for physical books. Like I also have made gifts, or I'm in the process of making gifts for everybody that's going, and I'm really excited to show you guys those, but I'm not going to show anybody. I'm not going to show those until we go, and I'll definitely be posting like pictures and stuff and all that, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about it. Just like a weekend to get away and hang out with our friends, and I mean, obviously it's going to be a lot of reading, and I mean, it's going to be a bunch of our friends together in an Airbnb, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of like hanging out and chatting, and I know they're bringing snacks, and I think they've got a few activities planned and whatnot, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it, but I'm also like, it's going to go too fast. I don't want it to go too fast. I want it to be like a week long. Why did we only do a weekend? Okay, so I think I am going to actually I use that flamingo stencil for that, and I use the Kitsch flamingo color, because obviously. Oh, and for the blue and the other one I use Mermaid Lagoon. Stickers wise, let me check and see. I started pulling out like colors that vibe well. So I've started like, what am I gonna wear? What am I gonna pack? Like, I'm really excited for it. Alright, I could use that. That's not too far off, but I feel like it's not quite what I want. My other option is, in that River and Ink kit, there was smaller numbers, which is always a good thing, I think. Oh, I do book up stickers. Sorry, I need to pull out some of my book club stickers. I was just realizing, like, I never put those in because they're just not in my normal area. Ooh, those are cute. More springy. I definitely need to do a lemons week too. So close. Okay. Let me pull out my numbers and dates one. Ooh, no, that's too much, I think. Could only do yellow. Could do the fruit ones too. I think the yellow is gonna be a move. That's like so much though. It's like so bright. I'm not a huge, like, super bright fan though. I think I might actually just use the River Ink ones. Simple, small. I know you're really supposed to use them in their like day covers, but it is what it is. We're doing what we wanted to do. Okay, so we have, I'm going to pull off of the live for a second so I can look at a calendar while I do this. I always feel like it's so much better when I do that. I'm really excited for not this next 2 sets of weeks that I'm going to do in this, but the week after is going to be bookcation week. So it's like, I'm ready. I'm so ready to do it. To actually use all these, like these stickers that I ordered from River and Ink, I ordered in like April. And it was like the very end of the sale. And I saw them and I was like, oh, I wanted to grab those. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to ask Monica. I'm sure she's going to make stickers, but what if she doesn't? And the sale's ending. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy them. Because worst comes to worst, like I can use them to junk journal. I'm going to want to be putting these stickers everywhere, right? Like they're going to be in my regular planner. They're going to be in my reading planner. They're definitely going to be in my junk journal. So having a variety of stickers is good. But it was so funny because I was like, and then like the next day I was like, so there's going to be stickers, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, dang it. But the good thing is like, they're really cute. And actually the other one, the River and Ink one specifically says bookcation. Monica's were just from her summer box. Monica's were from her summer box. So they're just really cute and beachy, but like not specifically like bookcation. But the River and Ink ones do say bookcation. So I feel like that's a good. Typically when there's like a month that has like that the 31st like hangs off the end, it always makes me so mad. And I'm like, oh, do I just put it in the next month? Because part of me just wants to do that. Because like, it's messing me up a little bit here. I don't know how people that use those like super tiny stickers all the time do it. Because these aren't even like super tiny. And I'm like, okay, this is too much. But also the boxes, I think, is part of that. Because I'm like trying to line them up perfectly. But even just peeling them off, I'm like, I can't do this. I know people use tweezers and they use those like, I mean, I have one of those like number placers. But I just feel like it's not, I hate those ones too. Like, and I don't want to put like the 31st up here because then it's going to look like it's 31st from the other month. But I also don't want to put, I hate doing like the divided box, but like that's what I usually end up doing because it makes the most sense to me. I like I'm holding this and not using it. Okay, I could do this. This isn't actually that bad. And what I'm going to do is line them up on here too, so I don't have to keep going back. I just feel like they don't make sense on the calendar. And I get like, because obviously without making, most months you don't need 6 weeks. So like having it be 5 weeks like this makes sense because then you get the extra room. But dang those months that you have 6 weeks. I hate them. I hate them so much. I used to use tweezers, yeah. I mean, I have this thing. I don't get the tweezers. Like, do you use the tweezers where you have to squeeze them to open them? Those just like blow my mind. Like, my brain just cannot comprehend that. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. And so I'm always like, like that whole, like, opening it to close, I don't know. It just, it's, I can't do it. This thing I do like, but I just never use it because, like I said, I don't use tiny stickers like this all the time. Like, even these are, like, way tinier than I use most of the time. And I just want to put them all on here. I'm just going to hold this last one. Okay, so the 23rd. This is actually not terrible to use. especially this way, like I feel like it's 24th. I mean, this is also going to be the 30th, so we'll just put it down there. This might not even be like the proper way to use this, but it's how I'm doing it. My friend Christine got us these for the one Christmas, and I was like, yeah, but now you're going to show me, like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? What is it? I don't know. I just don't understand the ones that they just blow my brain. My brain doesn't comprehend. I don't know why. It's just so hard for me to do. Okay. And then I will kind of just draw a little divider, even though I hate doing these. Death to the divided month. They're more precise. I get it. You squeeze them to close them, right? So you have to like hold them closed. No, you squeeze them. You don't squeeze it. So you squeeze it to open. And then like you can kind of like just use your sticker. Yeah, I get it. It's just my brain doesn't understand at all. Okay. So now I actually kind of want to, I feel like these boxes are really fun, but then I could also use them maybe for journaling. So all booked for the summer and need a bookcation. I kind of want to put like one of these boxes, but these are a little bit bigger than this is cute. Nope, too big. Okay, well, anyway. Let's see what we have in Monica's, because I really want to save these probably for like my actual weeks. So I'm not going to use those. If I use anything, I'll use these ones. So what do we have? Again, though, like I feel like I want to use these for, I could put this for bookcation though. Look through the summer. But I feel like I want that for like other things. I guess I could put bookcation in here. But I also don't want to use too much room in this because I feel like I'm going to be putting books a lot, right? Alright, let's just put... I have been looking forward to this for so long. I'm so excited to actually be putting this on my calendar. Even though I'm slightly early. And then I can use the little, like, twirly thingies. And then maybe just a little bit of deco. Is there like book deco somewhere? This is cute. We'll put this on top of here. Oh no, you know what I want to do? Eek. And I feel like I'm gonna use these more for like in it. But let's put some flip-flops. Well, I kind of want to use this for like a packing list. Oh, I could have done that. That would have been cute too. Dang it. I'm gonna put this here, like kind of on top of it. And then I'm gonna use these boxes to kind of add some of this deco. That's cute. It's like so hard because I'm like, I don't want to use all the really cute stuff, but also like, I want it to be cute. You know what I mean? Do these two together would be cute. And maybe this bucket hat, because I'm not a bucket hat girly, so that can be like our throwaway stuff. And these sunglasses. Hey Cynthia, how are you? And then I also have, why do I feel like, did I just screw this up? Is the first of, oh, it is the second? Oh, I thought it was the first. Okay. There's like a smaller book festival in Toledo on Saturday the 2nd. I thought it was the first. So I'm going to do a little thing here. I need to find like a little... How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Cynthia? We'll do pages of glass for this. And then now that I look at it, that's our scrappy day. So we're going to have to pick a different scrappy day, which is fine. I just don't have a... That'll be book club. Alright, I think we're just going to leave it at that for now. That's going to be our... I feel like it needs a sun though. I really feel like it needs like some yellow. Ooh, what does this say? I've always imagined... Yeah, it's cute. Let's see the sun. Okay, so that'll be... I'm doing good. I am feeling very worn out and like feeling very like I'm just out of it. But this is fun. I like doing this, of course. Okay, so then I want to do the next 2 weeks in my reading planner, which will take us to actually the weekend before. Because that's going to be the 27th, so the 28th. I need a calendar. So this will be the 28th through the 3rd. And this will be the 4th through the 10th. And then 11 to 17, which is bookcation. And this will be the 18th of my 4th. Okay. So I think I'm going to do it kind of like beachy fun. Because why not? So let's just go all in. Let's do it. Oh, we could do that would be cute. Let's do these. These are cute. I love little flamingo guys. Although that would fit. Here, let's do turtles. I kind of want to do turtles. Okay. I hope I have good enough. I hope I have the good colors. Otherwise, I might have to like message her tonight and beg her to bring me some. Okay. All right, I'm back. Do you guys still see me here? I hope you do. I realized like my iPad was spinning, and usually that just means the iPad doesn't have service, but I looked on my phone and it looked like I didn't have service for a second. So I hope I'm still here. I'm gonna give it a second to make sure. Looks to be okay on there. So I'm hoping, okay, we're gonna go with it. I love turtles too, and I actually just really love the turtle. I really like the turtle stencils too. Like, they just do something for me like in the right way. So I really love using them. And I'm gonna actually use this green in all of them, and then I'm gonna take a darker green and go back over some areas. I think I told you guys about that Fallow app that I got my nephew for Christmas, the animals, and he's obsessed with them, but like he loves the turtles. He loves them all. Like, they're all his animals. He knows all their names, all of them. We have gotten codes from friends. So he has quite a few of them, and he knows all of them, and he knows the ones that he calls them replaced, like when they lose their tracker or retires. He calls them they're retired, and he knows who came on board for the one, who he got instead of a retired animal. Like, he's so funny. But every time I use a turtle stencil, it just reminds me of that, because he's just like, Megan's my favorite turtle, and then I this, and then, but like, what about this one? And like, I'm here, good. Okay, cool. It's just so cute that he's so obsessed with them. Like, and he's actually in Florida right now, which I think is just slightly early for the sea turtles there, which is kind of sad. I would love for him to see sea turtles there, but I don't think he will, which is a bummer, because I think they nest on our beach in like August, or maybe that's when they hatch, which would make more sense actually, because I think that's when I saw them when I was growing up actually hatch. The screen doesn't seem to be as like bright and vibrant as I remember it. Like, I feel like I didn't get the right color. It looks good on camera there though, so that's a plus. So now I'm just kind of taking this darker green and giving the shells some like uniqueness and some character. Just like varying it up a little bit. When your kids were growing up, I would buy something for them. Yeah, and that's what I'm like very excited about, because he loves it. He probably goes on it too much. Like, he will just stare at the trackers and like go through all the animals and see how many miles they traveled. And like, his dad gets kind of annoyed with him because like that's all he wants to do is track animals. Like, every time he sees me, he's like, Coco, can we track? Can we track? Like, and his dad's kind of like, dude, I need you to do something else. But it is definitely a Christmas gift that he has very much continued on doing, very much continued on loving, which is like kind of like what you always want on Christmas gifts, right? Like, the fact that he's still like obsessed with it. He is still loving it and doing it all the time. Like, I feel like that's a successful Christmas gift. But he's just like, he's so smart. And it's funny because like my brother, like I said, he is a little perturbed with it because he does track too much. But I guess they were in Florida, obviously. And some people that were staying in one of my family's condos, they were talking to them. And he was like, the mom must have asked, oh, like, what's your favorite animal? And he's like, okay, well, like, I like this, but I like this, and then my turtle this, and my manatee this, and my giraffe this, and my elephant is this, and my one elephant's name is this one, and then I have a whale shark, and then my hammerhead shark, and like went through them all, and it was so cute. My mom was like, the lady was just like really impressed with like how much he knew about these animals, and he was like telling him about them, and like how this one swims and it goes really long distances and this one really doesn't. And then they have a koala named Coco, which is what he calls me, and that one really doesn't move a lot. And the sloths, like, they really don't move a lot, like they're very lazy. And so he's like very into it, and he actually has a reading list for school. He's going into first grade, and they came out for Shark Week with hammerhead sharks bracelets. Like, the shark bracelets just like regular looking sharks normally, but for Shark Week they had hammerhead sharks, which is like actually largely what they are tracked, what the sharks they track are. And so they came out with hammerhead ones, and he was talking about it, and I was like, well, you know, he's like, well, can you get me a bracelet? And I was like, no, I really can't, buddy, I'm sorry, like, you know, we've got a lot of them, this and that. And then he was like, said something, and then he was talking about reading. He's like, I don't like reading, and I don't want to do that. And I was like, well, I read a book every day. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah, like, you know, I mean, my books are longer than yours and whatever. And I listen to them a lot. And we just talked about like audiobooks, and he's like, I just don't really want to read. And I was like, well, you know, I got you that book on like the ocean. And he's like, yeah, I do like that one. And then I said something, and I was like, well, you know, you have your school list. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, if you read, I will get you a prize. Like, if you read this entire list, I'll get you a prize. And he was like, okay. And then, so the Shark Week ones, I know they like, they're special edition ones, they sell out kind of frequently. So I already ordered it. He doesn't know it's come yet. Yeah, I want to encourage learning. Yes. And that's kind of what I told my sister-in-law when I first got it. I was like, you know, he's got so many toys. He was interested in, he liked giraffes, which is what I originally got him, the bracelet. And then it was like a 2-for-1. So I got his brother the polar bear stuffed animal, which he likes stuffed animals, and he's still little. So like that wasn't, that was fine. But I knew he could track his brother's polar bear. And so that really started it, because he was like all in. He's all in now. He loves it. But I also like that he like for lack of better words, like, my brother is not the most, like, oh, the environment, oh, you know, help animals. I mean, not that he's, like, a bad person, and not that he just doesn't really, like, pay attention to, like, you know, the environment and animals and conservation and all that kind of stuff. And so, like, that makes me mad. Oh no, I screwed this up, like, really. Oh, we'll figure it out. So I really like that Jackson's really into it. Like, I think it's cool that he has this thing that he really likes. And, like, he has taken his bracelets into school to, like, show his teachers and, like, talk about the animals. And, like, he doesn't quite really, like, understand, like, continents. Like, I try to tell him, like, oh, this is, like, North America. This is where you live. This is where Michigan is. You know, this is South America, like, it's, like, a different side of the world, and then there's, like, Africa and Australia, and that's where this is, and your snow leopards are in Asia, and, like, he doesn't really get that yet. He's still a little young for that, but he does know that they're in different parts of the world, which, like, I feel like is a pretty good win for him. Prizes after the read, yeah, so, I kind of just, that's what I just decided. I was like, Christine, I'm just gonna get him a bracelet if that's okay, like, if I get him another one. And she was like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. So I ordered him one. He's going to be excited, but I told him he doesn't get his prize until he reads his whole list. Now, the list is kind of like open-ended. It's like, oh, read some books by this author and this author. So I'm going to let his mom, like, decide when he's finished with it. So, and then I'll give him that because he'll really enjoy that. Because he's just a kid that really likes animals, and I think that's cool. Like, you know, we've got a cousin that's a zookeeper, and I think my brother's kind of like, oh, I don't want him working at a zoo, like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, dude, if he does, he does. Like, if he's a kid that has a focus and loves that, like, there's so many worse things in this world to be than a kid that loves animals and wants to do something with animals. Like, he also loves baseball. It doesn't mean he's gonna be a major leaguer. You know, he watches baseball games religiously too. Like, you know, it does encourage him to read more, I'm sure. He also, like, he's a kid after my own heart. He loves competition. So we talk about, like, oh, I've read this many books today. Or, like, I read this many books this week. And, oh, well, I didn't because I was in Florida. I'm sorry. And I was like, well, this is okay. You just got to catch up, buddy. Like, otherwise, I'm going to win the prize. And I'm going to get these things that I got for you. I'm not really going to give it to him. Or I'm not going to really not give it to him, but I just want him, like, I want him to like reading, and I want him to be interested. He's such a smart kid. He really is. And I'm sure most people say this about their, you know, children, nieces, nephews, whatever, but he really is, like, he's just an inquisitive kid. And I want to foster that. Like, I mean, for lack of better words, my brother is not an inquisitive person. My sister-in-law, I think, more so, but I'm definitely, yeah, a veterinarian. I think he'd be an amazing, because he's very passionate, like, careful and caring. But I want him to, like, love learning. You know what I mean? Even if it's not necessarily, like, he's not a reader 100% all the time. I just want him to, like, love the thrill. And I think he does, actually. Like, and I think that's what he really likes with the animals, is he likes the knowledge of, like, this is how far they've traveled, and this is how, you know, this is what they eat, and this is what their trackers look like, and this is this. Like, he likes that, like, thrill of knowledge, and that's what I really want to, like, promote. You know what I mean? Because I am like that. I'm the kind of person that, like, will sit at home and learn. Like, I'm trying to learn all the capitals of the world. Like, for what reason? I don't know. Just because I feel like I want to know all the capitals of the world. Like, so I want my nephew to be like that. Because I feel like he has the potential to be like that. Because he does love that, like, thrill of knowledge. Like, guess what? This thing did this. So I really want to foster that. And I'm like, you know, I don't have kids. I live with my mom. Like, a certain amount of my money I can blow on stuff like that. It's no, you know, that's not a huge inconvenience for me. Like, I am perfectly fine spending my money that way. You know, if it gets him to be really interested in stuff like that, like, I'm good with that. All right. This. But that kid's like my favorite person in the whole world. Like, I miss him so much. My boyfriend keeps being like, "Are you lonely?" And I'm like, I just miss my family. Like, I miss Jackson. And he's been so, you know, obviously when they're there, like, they try to limit his screen time, and, like, I get it. But I'm like, I just want him to FaceTime me. Can't you just say hi? Like, I don't know, I only have one set of those. Dang it. Maybe we'll alternate with these green ones. Yeah, exactly. You really shouldn't ever stop learning. And I don't really understand the people. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. What week was this? So 28th. Oh no. All right, we're just gonna do what we can. 28th. 29th, 30, oh, I do have the first, okay, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, okay, cool. Yeah, I think he's getting these into saving instead of kid. Oh, that's a good idea too. He has a little envelope that he keeps at in my mom's room that he like puts cash in. And it's funny because his parents are like, his mom specifically is like, well, what's he saving for? We can take this out if he wants, you know, for his birthday, he wanted a pitching machine because he really likes baseball too. So they got him a pitching machine and this and that. And she's like, well, I have to buy him balls, so I'm taking this much money out of his thing. And he's like, Mom, I'm saving that money. And he's like, well, she's like, what are you saving it for? And I'm like, dude, don't teach him that. Like, you should want your kid to love saving money. But she's a wild one. All right, I think we're actually just gonna do the green. I feel like let's just keep it all monochrome. And then maybe I'll just do like a monochrome reek. That'd be fun. I'm gonna need to call in some help for some green. Some green stickers, though, for listening and all that. I should really get a hold of Monica and tell her to bring me some. I think they do have, like, a savings, like, college savings for him, too, though, so. That's good. I wish somebody would have told me better about saving money. I'm the worst. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I want to do my bookcation week, which I kind of think I want to like sit on for a minute. Maybe we'll do another week in my bullet journal. That sounds good. Okay, so here's the reading spreads we did in my reading planner. We did these two the August monthly. And then we did the turtles here. And then in my bullet journal so far, we've done 1 week. If I can find my bullet journal. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. So then my bullet journal we did this week, or next week, I'm sorry. Could do another week in here, which I think we'll do. Let's just do it. I think I want to do these. I want to do like a palm-ish week. Now that I've used that green, I'm like, okay, let's do that again. I do like to give this a quick little wipe. I need to restock my baby wipes. Have you guys read anything good recently? I have been kind of like I said, I've been kind of trying to like slow play some of my books, like trying to save it for this bookcation weekend. But like, oh, there's so many good books that have come out. I just decided to do another reread of The Summer I Turned Pretty because that show is coming out. I think the next season starts tomorrow, I believe. So I'm almost done with the second book. I want to finish the third book before I come home and watch it tomorrow night. Well, not come home and watch it. I have book club tomorrow night. But before I watch it, I feel like I wanted to have it fresh in my mind, even though I did a reread of it. Like in June? I think June. I kind of feel like I should have put like a fun color down behind this, like a pink or something. What color would go with it? Like a coral? Ooh, a coral would be really cool. Let's do that. It might be a little dicey around that part that I've already done, but I don't know if I want to do coral or if I want to do saltwater taffy. I think I want to do saltwater taffy. Ooh, coral would be fun though. Yeah, let's do coral. So I'm going to kind of go over these ones. It'll make them dull right now. But when I go back over them, it'll brighten back up. Grab a piece of paper to avoid getting too much on this week's layout. I already got a little bit. I'm at that point of the year where the notebook starts folding over and like there's this big ledge. Somebody asked me the other day, I think it was while I was at our junk journaling class, how I get like large amounts of ink on paper. I don't think she's here, but Jenny, this is how. I have a little set of ink that I take to my junk journaling class, and I'm like, I try to consolidate because it's like literally not even 2 hours. It's at a bookstore, so it's super crowded. The tables are cramped. We're cramped in there. Like, I don't even typically, I can pull out my junk journal after I do this too. And get like a super ton done. But like I want to keep going because it's just something that like makes me sit down and do my junk journal. Although I think I'm going to work on it probably this weekend too at my scrapbook scrappy, just like a all day planner meetup we do. Hopefully get a little more done in there too. I'd love to get all caught up in all of my journals and planners so that when I go to bookcation, I can like be working on bookcation stuff in my junk journal like then and there. That would be great. I've done a really good job keeping up on my reading planner this year though. Other than yesterday, I'm like fully up to date, which is awesome. I'm kind of second guessing this dark color though in here. Like it might be fun to do like a brighter, more fun green. Almost like a, this might be too drab. Nope, that's the color I want right there. Like it's a little mintier. Oh yeah, that's definitely the color I want. After I'm done this, I can pull out my junk journal and show you guys a couple of the pages that I've done. Bookcation. Okay, so yeah, so a couple of my friends, a few of my friends, Monica from PBT, our friend Melissa, and our friend Kelly, who posts a lot in the PBT group. I guess we're talking earlier this year, like how fun it would be. Kelly's done something similar with some of her other friends, and she wanted to like carry it over to our group. And so they rented an Airbnb. They like wanted to see how people would be interested, and like told us kind of the price point, and gave us a price. And then they rented an Airbnb for the weekend. It's in somewhere in Indiana. Honestly, I don't even know exactly where. So don't ask me anything more than that about location. It's somewhere on like a lake in Indiana. I know they were looking like in Michigan and Ohio, but everything at that point had been, you know, it's somewhere in the Midwest, which is like, this is their time to shine. So a lot of those lake houses go really quickly. Like a lot of them are probably rented for next year already. But it'll be fun to do something different, go to a different place. They got a house on a lake in Indiana. No idea where. I believe it's like not like Lake Michigan or anything. Like I think it's like into Indiana. I think it's just like a small lake in Indiana. I believe. I could be totally wrong. But if I remember looking at the map correctly, it was just like a random lake. So not like Lake Michigan or anything. And they have stuff planned for us. I don't know what. I have very little details. But they set it all up. So we have, I think they're doing like a welcome party one night. Obviously their first night. And I don't know what that entails. I believe they said there'll be like a bookish craft. Again, I don't know what that is. And then there'll be like dedicated reading time. I don't know if we're gonna like do any like going out to restaurants or anything. I believe there's like a continental breakfast both days that we're there. Both mornings we're there. I'm not sure about lunch. But yeah, it's just like a fun little getaway. We're gonna have like dedicated reading time. I'm into true crime and genealogy historical books. So my selection is limited. Yeah. It's just gonna be like a fun little getaway. I know Monica's talked about it on her, a couple of her lives, but it's just kind of like a friend getaway. We're going to a little lake house and reading, and I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to having time to like sit there and like read and not be like, okay, I need to be doing orders or designing or whatever. And plus also time to hang out with my friends a little bit and talk about our books and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I like this color. I'm glad I went with that one. I feel like it doesn't look very good on camera though. In person, like it's a great mix of colors. Yeah, my kind of jam too. Like we're not like, I go two ways. Like when I travel, I either want to be like seeing all the things or I want to be doing nothing. And so after last year, like last year was a year of like seeing all the things. Like we went to Italy, we went to Vancouver, we did all the Taylor Swift stuff. Like this year is more of a relax, which I'm good with too. It's just very different, but I'm good with it. So we, I believe the plan is to basically like have dedicated reading time, like have time of like, don't freaking bother each other. I know they have stuff planned. I don't know what all is being planned. But I'll definitely be like posting about it on my Instagram. If you guys want me to, I can do like a little recap. I am stenciling some gifts for them, so I will probably at the very least post those. I'm doing books. I'm like doing the edges of books for them. Making a little like, they're all the same book, but kind of like a little cute gift. They were cheap. Hi, Mary Edith. We have a coffee shop that does silent book club. Where you go? Yeah, so we also, my book club on Thursday night is a silent book club. There's one close to me in a coffee shop too. There's silent book clubs that are a thing, like they have all over, and if you're interested in them, they have, I think the website is like silentbookclubs.com. I'm sure if you Google it, you could find it. So that's like a thing all over. It's like so the one that I go to, you talk kind of chit chat for like half an hour. You have an hour of reading, and then you like talk and chit chat for another half hour. So it's cool. I enjoy it. I haven't been in a few months just because like vacation and then like stuff was going on. And then June, I think I had something else that night, or I think June actually, I think was our junk journal night, was the same night, and I wanted to go to junk journaling more. So I haven't been in a couple nights. That's Thursday. I'm not 100% sure because I'm still feeling kind of like not the greatest. I might not go this month either, but I need to get back into doing that because that was fun too, and it gave me an excuse to like get out and do something. I love vacations where nothing is planned and I can relax with a book. Yeah, so I do too. And that's what I really like doing in Florida. Like when I go to our condo in Florida, I love doing that. However, like there is some stuff over there around there that's cool, and I'm like, one of these years I need to like just take a car and go and explore for a little bit. But when we go to Florida, we generally just sit around the pool all day. And I read because I'm a reader, but like everybody else just kind of like sits around and does nothing. And I'm like, how do you guys do this? Like my ADHD could never. That's why I get through. Yeah, I'm excited. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. I've been having to go on and off of the live because for some reason it's not like showing your comments unless I log off of the live. So if you see me like popping in and out of the live, that's why. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually really like this color combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have used a little pinkier, but it's a good color. But taffy would have been awesome too, I think. Let me pull out a font and do the July in a font. Oh, this is July through August, isn't it? So my goal for that weekend is to read at least 4 books. I definitely will audio at least one of them. I have a couple books set aside that I have both the audio and the like physical book for, which I might, my friend Kelly does, like she calls them immersive reads, where she like will listen and read along. And I might try that on there because there's one book I have the physical book for, but I also have the audio book for. So that's an idea. The 2 books that I have set aside that I like have not touched, but like plan on reading are, actually I have 3 books. I have the newest Carly Fortune book that came out, I think, in May. I want to say it's One Golden Summer, but I could be totally wrong. I have Summer in the City. I think that's Alex Astor. And then I have a book that I just saw fairly recently called Summer on Lilac Island, I believe it's called. But it's supposed to be like supposed to be like a cross of Gilmore Girls and Pride and Prejudice set on Mackinac Island, which is like this little island. And so like Michigan's kind of shaped like there's the hand, and then there's like the Upper Peninsula, and there's so like this is like Superior. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is like no, that's not right. How is it? Michigan and Huron. Superior doesn't count. Sorry. No, Michigan and Ontario. Michigan and Ontario meet up here. There's a little island that is like, there's no cars allowed on it. It's like all horses and buggies and like bikes and stuff. But it's like one of the like touristy places of Michigan. So like there's no cars, like even Amazon packages are pulled on like wagons basically. I think there is like, I want to say there is like, I mean, there's golf carts too. I think, no, I can't remember if there's golf carts. Anyway, it's like this little island that like there's no cars and stuff, so it's like charming, and they do fudge and whatever. But this book is set there, so that's one of the ones that I thought, just because it's like it's a lake and whatever. The stenciled book is an awesome, yeah, I think so too. I am also gemming the cover of it too, not like the entire cover, just like accents of it. And then I'm also doing sunglasses too, because I really like doing those for Taylor Swift, and I wanted to do more. This is a little late. So they're getting like kind of a double gift. Mostly because I thought the sunglasses, like, I just think that'd be really good in like a picture, like, of us together, like with like our book stacks. Like I just think it'd be a good picture prop. I know that's not like the best reason to do them, but I love doing them for Taylor Swift, so I'm doing it again. When I finish the books and like I give them to everybody, I will post pictures. I found on Thrift Books this book, and it has good ratings. My other thought was to do a book that we had all read, and I think most of us have really liked. I wanted to do like the same book for everybody, because I didn't want people to be like, well, why'd you give me this one? But anyway, I wanted to do a book that like most of us hadn't read, and then the one person that had read it said that they liked it. I can't remember the name of the title, but the second book, and like I love romance, and a lot of us like romance, but not everybody there is like a big romance person. So this is like, gosh, I wish I could remember the title of it, but it's like supposed to be like a girl's vacation at like a beachy, like the cover is like them sitting on front reading books on like the coast somewhere, and it's like supposedly set in Italy, and supposedly mentions Taylor Swift. Two of things which I did not know at the time when I ordered it, but it was like fairly cheap on Thrift Books. And like I said, I think the second one just came out. Let me see if I can, but it has like little lemons on the cover, so I actually just started one today, so I started bejeweling those. And then like I have the author's name, and then something on vacation, every time we go on vacation somebody dies or something like that. Let me see, let me Google this. Every time vacation someone, I know the last word is dies because I bejeweled that earlier. Okay, yeah, every time I go on vacation someone dies. I think the book was like pretty cheap on Thrift Books, so there's like 4, so I ordered 7 of them because there's 7 of us going. So like I started doing it now, like, earlier, so I have all these little lemons, just the yellow part are bedazzled so far. I'm gonna order green, I think, and do that, and maybe some white. And then I did bedazzle the name and then the dies part. I need to get blue. I think I'm going to do vacation and maybe every time. And I'm thinking maybe doing the books too. But I'm not going to do like the entire thing. Just like a little snippet to like make it pop. And then I'm going to do my lemon stencil. I'm going to stencil the edges with lemons. Because I think it'd be cute. Maybe full lemons though. I might just kind of pick out the spots and let me show you. Oh, it's right here. I'm like looking all over for it. But I'm gonna do my lemon stencil because I also really just love that stencil. It's cute. Now these were supposed to come on thrift books. Supposedly they were supposed to be signed, which I'm really mad that they're not, but they didn't do anything when I said anything. So I think I'll probably just do the full, I don't know, I'll probably do the cuts too because the cuts are cute too. So I'm gonna like, I have a, maybe when I do this I'll record a video because I don't want to post it. I mean, I know this is gonna be posted, but to be honest, I have also kind of told most of the people in some terms about what I'm doing. Because I both can't keep a secret. I can't find my little book clamp. Dang it. It was right under my desk. I need to find it too. Because I need to use it. Shoot. My goodness. Well, anyway, it's like this little book clamp. It's got... mad. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, it's like 2 pieces of wood and it's got like screws and stuff so you can clamp your book between it. And it'll keep the pages super tight so when you stencil, it'll hold the pages together to give it like a good look. I've done a couple of pages stenciled. Unfortunately I did this one upside down. So these are upside down like cards and I did the water on this one. So what I'm gonna do is just like do, I think that book is slightly wider. So if it's not, I'm just gonna do little lemons or maybe turn the slices sideways. But yeah, so that's what the plan is for that, is to do like a little stenciled edge. And then also, like have those rhinestones on the front. You see, it is, the cover is so perfect for like a little like girls weekend by a lake, so water. I mean, I know that's not a lake, it's like the Amalfi, I think it's the Amalfi Coast. But like, I'm obsessed with lemons. And it's set in Italy and it mentions Taylor Swift all the time, which I didn't even know. I read the description. I asked my one friend who has read it and she's like, oh, the second book's about to come out. I have the art for that. I read it. I liked it a lot. Like, it was my favorite, but I really liked it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I asked my other friend, I was like, would you rather get a personalized special book that you've read and I think you liked, or would you rather get something new? And she was kind of like, well, if it's new, it's like 2 kinds of gifts. It's like a personal special thing, but also like a new book I could read. And I was like, okay, that sounds reasonable. Because my other thought was to do Ashley Poston's 7-Year Slip, which is one of my favorites and was on Thrift Books at the time. Or Book Outlet, I think is what I used. So yeah, so that's what I'm going with that one. I have them all downstairs on my kitchen table. I think I'm going to actually pop off here quick because I'm done. We did lots of stuff tonight. And start and work a little bit more on that tonight too. So this is our one of our weeks, and our other week in my bullet journal that I did. And then we've got, excuse me, like I said, my tummy has been, we did this week in my 2 weeks in my reading journal, and then our August monthly. Like I said, I'm kind of like gearing up for this little cute little bookcation thing. Next time I go live, I will definitely be doing these 2 weeks, my bookcation weeks. And then probably also, Well, we'll do the August monthly for sure. Probably not Bookcation Week in there. I did say I was going to flip through my bullet journal real quick. I really feel the bathroom, so I'm probably not going to do too long, but just a quick flip through. I'll show you what I did when I was at my bullet journal, or my junk journaling night the other night. I did this one. We went to a author event, and they gave out a bunch of like swag, so like the postcards and stuff and the stickers, and I did those pictures. And then this was for a Taylor Jenkins read. And actually, I think that's all I did. So now I feel like I didn't do much. But yeah, so that's my junk journal so far. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Always a pleasure. I will have info on the Christmas in July sale coming soon. I will be 30% off. I'm not sure what new release I'm going to do. It might just be the summer stuff. But yeah, have a good night, everybody.